Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're tackling one of the most common and frustrating check engine light codes out there. P0420, which stands for Catalyst System Efficiency Below Threshold. I know, it sounds super technical, but stick with me, and we'll break it down step. Seeing that light pop up on your dash is never fun. But before you panic and think you need to spend a fortune, let's figure out what's really going on. So, what does P0420 actually mean? In simple terms, your car's computer, or ECU, thinks your catalytic converter isn't doing its job properly. The catalytic converter is a crucial part of your exhaust system. Its job is to take harmful gases like carbon monoxide and convert them into less harmful ones like carbon dioxide and water vapor. It's a key player in keeping your car's emissions clean. To monitor this process, your car uses two oxygen sensors, or O2 sensors. One is located before the catalytic converter, and one is located after. The front O2 sensor, or upstream sensor, measures the raw exhaust gases coming from the engine. Its readings will fluctuate a lot. The rear O2 sensor, or downstream sensor, measures the gases after they've passed through the converter. If the converter is working correctly, the rear sensor's readings should be much more stable and show a steady, low oxygen signal. The P0420 code gets triggered when the car's computer sees that the readings from the rear O2 sensor are starting to fluctuate and look a lot like the readings from the front one. This tells the computer that the converter isn't cleaning the exhaust efficiently. Now, what causes this? Well, the most common culprit is, unfortunately, a failing catalytic converter. Over time, they can get clogged, contaminated, or simply wear out. This is often the most expensive fix, so it's important to rule out other possibilities first. A bad O2 sensor is another major cause. If the rear O2 sensor is faulty, it can send incorrect data to the computer, making it think the converter has failed when it's actually fine. This is a much cheaper fix, so it's a great place to start your diagnosis. Don't forget about exhaust leaks. A leak in the exhaust system, especially between the two O2 sensors or near the converter itself, can let extra oxygen in. This will mess up the O2 sensor readings and can easily trigger a P0420 code. Always check for cracks or loose connections in your exhaust manifold, pipes, and gasket. It's an easy check you can do with a visual inspection, or sometimes you can even hear a hissing or puffing sound. Engine misfires can also lead to this code. When a cylinder misfires, unburned fuel gets dumped into the exhaust system. This raw fuel can overheat and damage the catalytic converter, eventually causing it to fail. So if you have misfire codes like P0300, P0301, and so on, you absolutely must fix those first before you even think about replacing the converter. Other engine issues, like incorrect fuel mixture from a faulty mass airflow sensor or fuel injector problems, can also contribute. So, how do we diagnose this properly? First, get an OBD2 scanner. You can get a decent one for not much money. Look at the live data for your O2 sensors. The front sensor voltage should be rapidly switching between high and low, maybe around 0.1 to 0.9 volts. The rear sensor voltage should be steady, ideally above 0.5 volts. If your rear sensor is mirroring the front one, it points towards a bad converter. If the rear sensor's voltage is stuck at a certain number or not responding at all, you might have a bad sensor. Before you replace anything, do a thorough visual inspection. Look for exhaust leaks, check the wiring to the O2 sensors for any damage, and make sure everything looks intact. If you've ruled out exhaust leaks and you're pretty sure your O2 sensors are okay, then it's likely time to face the music and replace the catalytic converter. It's a bigger job, but it's essential for your car's performance and for passing emissions tests. I hope this guide helps you demystify the P0420 code. Remember, start with the simple, cheap stuff first. Check for leaks, inspect your sensors, and address any other engine codes you might have. You could save yourself a lot of time and money. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more car repair guides. Drive safe, and I'll see you in the next one.